Well, if you're born out in, out in the country somewhere and not in the city like me, you probably know what incubators were, right? I mean, incubators are where they put little baby chicks, you know, and they're just starting to grow, so they grow into a big chicken. You know, and I guess then Purdue gets them or something like that. But they do that, actually. They even do it for our babies, you know, human babies in the hospital and everything. We have something similar. Well, now we also have it for companies, little businesses. You're an entrepreneur, you want to start something. There's incubators now around the country, you know, to take care of you and give you what you need, expertise and money and things like that. And there's even special incubators for different kind of businesses. Now, here's a guy I want you to meet who started an incubator for people in the food business. You know, you want to make cookies, you have a new bread idea, you want to start a restaurant or a catering business or a food truck, something like this. Well, this incubator program, you know, and they're around the country, so it's not only the one I interviewed here, so check out your local area. And what they provide is a very reasonable place for you to go cook your stuff. You could just do it on the weekends or every day or whatever. Instead of hiring a kitchen, though, I mean, there's some kitchen rentals and things like that, but this is real for business. They help you with expertise on how to package your product, how to sell your product, you know, for a fraction of what you could do to go out and hire people and things like that, you know. And also what they do, they help you get money. They're hooked up with something called Kiva, which is an international group that gets money for small businesses in underdeveloped countries or even here. So they're one of the sponsoring organizations that can even get you money for your business. I mean, they're not huge, millions of dollars, but it's small, you need $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 kind of thing to get it. So that's what incubators are, you know. And you give them a monthly fee, and it's reasonable, you know, to do that, and you get all this equipment, all this expertise. And here's the kicker: they also get you business. Now, we all, you know, if you like food, you're more interested in cooking food than selling food. So, but they go out because they have like 50 people now in their joint cooking place, in their incubator, you know, like 7,000 square feet or whatever they have there. So they get in their truck and they go out like the Whole Foods, Safeway, restaurants, all this kind of thing, and sell all the specialty food items that are made in their incubator program. Now that's a deal, I think, because the hardest thing in any business is getting a customer. Man, you can go make the best thing you want in the world in your kitchen or somebody else, but if nobody's going to pay for it, you don't have a business yet. So that's what's neat about it. And a lot of us that are skilled in one thing are not skilled in the other. So if you're going to hire a salesman to go out of that, do that. As a small business, you don't have that. You know, that kind of money to invest in something like that. So an incubator program like this, and even for food, is a terrific idea. And it's a young man who started right here in Washington, and he had a little cafe himself. And actually, I found out he played soccer with one of my boys when he was kids. Yeah. They both were children. And so this is what little soccer kids grow up to do. But this really helps other people. I mean, the food industry is a big growth. Specialty food items is growing in our country. You know, we're sick of the same old stuff or the packaged stuff we get from the mass marketing food people. And this is really a great way for somebody that has a food idea, you know, or a catering or a specialty food. You think you could make the best, you know, salted nuts in the world or whatever. I have a friend of mine who made something called beer nuts. No, not beer nuts. I forget, it was beer something, beer pretzels, beer chips. That's it, my wife just told me. Beer chips. And it was right, it was the marketing, that's the key. So that's what they're good at. So watch this, all the help in the new economy is there now to help you succeed. So start using this stuff, watch. Well, Jonah Singer, man, with UnionKitchenDC.com. Man, and when people are going to watch this, man, if you're a foodie, you're going to eat your heart out, aren't you? Because you set up this, you know, Union Kitchen DC. Now anybody who's got a bug or a spark to get in the kitchen business or a food business, you make it easy as hell, don't you? and cheap as hell. And you get business for people. You get stoves for people. You give them a place to work. You teach them the business. Everything you want to know to get in the business, and you're the guy.
That's right. I mean, you know, we at Union Kitchen are trying to lower the barriers to entry for folks so they can get in, grow their businesses, grow culture in the city, and pay themselves for doing it.
And you just started the food business a couple of years ago in your Blind Dog, right, cafe you have down in Washington D.C. But this thing, you have 50 people now that are are doing food business out of you. What do you got? 7,500 square feet of people
That's
doing
correct.
this. Yeah.
That's correct.
But
So we have 50 different members now. So that's what we call the businesses who operate out of our space. And they're food trucks and caterers, bakers, butchers, beverage makers, packaged food producers. And so there's 50 different businesses that call Union Kitchen home and run their operations out of our business. And we provide them with added value services, helping them with, connecting with services they need, purchasing food at cheaper rates, and really bringing their product to market through branding and marketing. And of course, our catering and distribution services as well.
Well, I mean, can't disagree, but you have a chance to get my cupcakes in the Whole Foods or something like that, right?
That's right. I mean, we do a lot of work, especially with the wholesalers, to work with Whole Foods or other large markets where we're going out and doing the sales, putting it on our truck, and really helping people to get their product into markets, which gives them the chance to make money, grow, hire more people, and make more of their product.
No, it's wonderful because I've heard of kitchens that were available before. If you didn't want to kick, in your own kitchen, that you could rent and share kitchens, for commercial use. But you're doing more than that, man. You're giving people business and also helping people find money. I mean, you're hooked up with some like Kiva locally here. I mean, domestically to get small loans at no interest, really, right?
That's right. We work with a group, as you mentioned, called KivaZip.org, I believe is what they're called. And we've now done about 16 different loans with KivaZip, where people are able to go on, get interest-free loans that helps them to access capital that's necessary for buying equipment or hiring people or investing in packaging. And those little drops in the bucket of $5,000, $10,000 go a really, really long way to helping a small startup business, find stability and grow and sustain their operations.
So do I have to? I mean, you have levels of membership. It sounds like, and just to start getting into it. I mean, do I have to, give you my first kid to start, or what's like a beginning price to get into?
Yes, we have two main kinds of membership. We have a nights and weekends membership, and we have a full-time membership.
I see.
The pricing starts at about $800 a month, which covers everything and unlimited access to the kitchen during those hours. And so, it's pretty affordable. It's much cheaper than what you would get, trying to have your own facility or even sharing space with someone else in a church basement. And it really provides folks with the full suite of services necessary to run their business. And the memberships are, they're flexible and they're accommodating to allow people to run their business the way they see fit without too many constraints.
Well, I mean, that's it. I mean, to me, it's the mentoring that is probably the most important thing. I mean, you have an idea for cupcakes or candy or whatever, and there's 1,000 things you never thought of that you guys are around.
I mean, we are certainly not the smartest people in the world, but we, have now worked with about 80, 90 different businesses that have come through our kitchen. We own our own cafe. We own our own bakery. So we have a really extensive, just level of experience with all of the different moving parts that it takes to be in the food business. So, I think just being able to provide that experience and give people insight into what they can expect really helps to drive people forward and avoid some of the pratfalls that often hamper small businesses.
But it also seems like this is a growth industry, specialty foods, small markets. Everybody's not, like Wonder Bread, you you don't make it for everybody anymore. The specialized markets, it seems like, the growth business for you, and people are interested in doing specialty food. And now they have a way to get into the business like you, because of you.
Yeah, I think the trick is finding a way to make specialty foods, how can you support a family making specialty foods, running a specialty food business? I think the only way it can is if the business can actually be profitable. And so our goal is to try and make that realistic by bringing efficiencies and consolidating costs so that people really can make great, local, wonderful products, but also pay themselves for doing that, which means the consumer's happy and they're happy, and we're all better off for it.
Well, I mean, you're leveraging the knowledge and the equipment and everything, and particularly the marketing. If each individual person, you have 50 people, each had a marketing person, they wouldn't stay in business. And so they got Jonas to go to a store and show them 50 products that they need, right?
Right, and I think that's exactly right. There's so much more that we can all do when we do it together. It helps us all make more money and save more money. And, you know, just a little bit of collaboration, and really we're the organizing entity for all that. So there's nothing that's really rocket science about it, but it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of proactive communication, and it's a lot of, you know, investing in ourselves so that we're in resources to grow our own business as well as the 50 businesses that are members of the kitchen.
But hard work is fun. I don't know why people think, oh, they don't want to work hard. Hell no. Yeah, you're going to play soccer against a 5-year-old, you'll win. But if you're working your heart out and you get a chance to win, man, that's the fun in life. And that's what you're giving opportunities like this for people to find, you know, the passion they have for food, and you make it easy to take it cradle to grave, and also the leverage on everything that you have. You're doing it for one person or 50, so I might as well come to you and do it for a fraction of what I could do it for. And
absolutely, that's the
thank
idea.
you, Jonas, for being there and having this great idea for an incubator for people who want to get in the food business. Just call Jonas at Union Kitchen.
This has been great. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you and to bring some more attention to what we're doing at Union Kitchen.
You bet. UnionKitchenDC.com. And there may be something, you know, if you're not in the DC area, check out your local place. There's probably something maybe similar coming soon.
Yeah, call us up. You know, we're certainly happy to help folks do the same thing in other cities.
Wonderful. Take care, Jonas.
Great.
See you around
Thanks,
town.
Matthew. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.